In the same way, you who are younger, submit yourselves to your elders. All of you, clothe yourselves with humility toward one another, because God opposes the proud, but shows favor to the humble. Again, this is one where I think pride is infesting the Christian church far more than we want to admit it is. And I will give you an example. I'm not going to call this gentleman out by name because I did that once before. And, well, hey, maybe it'll get me a whole lot more views. I don't know. But I find it kind of funny because I called out a particular very famous Christian pastor about something I disagree with him on. And I got a couple of people would comment in the comment section kind of telling me that it was wrong for me to do that I shouldn't be correcting Christian teachers. And of course, the natural response is, well, if it's wrong to correct Christian teachers, then why did you just correct me? It has violated their own rule. So I don't think there's a problem with correcting errors we see in the church. But for that today, I won't do it by name. But there was a pastor who was last week, I think it was, last week or the week before, they all run together. I was watching a video of a message that this pastor was giving. And the underlying point was absolutely valid, where he was talking about how we need to understand that there's no such thing as a perfect pastor. All right. Far too often, people will church jump. Their pastor will say one little thing that they don't like, and all of a sudden they're finding themselves out the door looking for another church. Ladies and gentlemen, if that's you, you're never going to stop looking for another church, because pastors are people too. All right. They're not perfect. And guess what? Neither are you. So lots of times when you have a problem with something the pastor said, hate to break it to you, the problem may be you, not the pastor. It might be the pastor, all right, but it also might be you. And so we need to decide, is this something that's really core to the gospel message? If it is, then yeah, it's a problem. If it's not, then you need to stick it out, all right? So this was kind of the underlying message that this pastor was trying to communicate. But the way he did it, and one thing in particular that he said really rubbed me the wrong way. He essentially said, understand, folks, not every pastor out there can be like me. So if you're looking for a pastor who's like me, you're not gonna find it. Dude. I mean, think about how that came across, right? That was not showing humility. And so I do think that not just in our pastors, but I do think even in the laity, I see so many Christians who are interacting with non-believers, especially online. And you look at their tone of voice and what they're posting, and I can't tell the difference between a Christian and a non-Christian. They're given the same kind of snide, sarcastic, rude responses, and it comes from, I think, a superiority complex. Well, you need to check that at the door.